Well, this when I was in the university, if I happen to, as much as play one volleyball game in the afternoon and try to study in the evening, my headaches are like really bad.
Really bad.
I have to stay home. I have to stay away from lectures for at least 2 days, maybe, and then I'll be back to normal, like 90% back to normal. So, as much as possible, I try to avoid the combination of working out or exercising, for that matter.
So you changed your lifestyle. You adapted to your sickness.
Exactly. I had to.
Okay.
If I needed to go on
On your
studies.
medical doctor's instructions, no doubt.
Yes. Now, yeah. Well, after university, after going through all of that trouble.
Now, you've been suffering for how many years with these headaches and the asthma?
Maybe the asthma, when I was a teenager, it went away. But then the headaches were a major problem for at least 10 years, maybe.
So you suffered for 10 years?
Yeah.
Unnecessarily?
Yeah.
While poisoning yourself with medication?
Yeah.
Carry on?
Yeah. Now, after school, I was introduced to one Dr. Marcus, a chiropractor. And once I was in his office, I started working for him. So he just decided to run a test on me because I said I had serious headaches. One day he saw me, he was surprised with all my bloodshot eyes and all of that because I had serious headaches. This was the
So
first
were you also
week.
depressed and a bit irritable at that time?
Of course.
Okay.
And as pleasant as I was the days before I had my headache come on, he was very surprised to see me at work actually, because I mean I just didn't look good, you know. It looked like I was very, very sick. But I just told him, oh, it's just my headaches. And he's like, you have headaches? I said, yes. And then he just quickly ran a few tests on me, and then he decided to see an x-ray after that. Actually, even the x-ray came in after my first adjustment, really. Now, when he palpated the spine, you know, to find out what's going on with my neck, it was so bad that he even was able to get me to feel it and to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Now, after a few adjustments, at the time when I was doing my first adjustment, my mindset was that anything is fine. Anything I can try to get rid of my headache was fine. So that was the faith in which I did that adjustment. But basically, after doing a few adjustments in his office, I don't remember having any headaches.
You don't have headaches anymore?
No.
Did you find perhaps that you were putting on a bit of weight over that period?
You know, I have always been a good balance as far as weight is concerned, but there was definitely I was quite underweight.
You were underweight?
Yes, at the time when I was in school, you know. So basically, all of that improved. And then the other thing, for 4 years continuously, I have never had malaria. Living in Ghana, that is unbelievable.
Right, you don't get malaria because you've got a high level of resistance.
Exactly. Now, one thing you can trust is when we are all going to school, we can imagine, okay, maybe in 3 months I might get 5 bouts, 4 bouts, so I just take my medications to school, you know, preparing myself for malaria, you know, because it will come. Now, after leaving school, I wish I knew chiropractic before I went to school.
Isn't it said that this is the best
My
kept
immune
secret in
system
the
is
world?
much, much higher. I don't take any medication for anything. There's no, I mean, basically, what I am today is a healthier person because I get adjusted.
Right, we were talking about pregnancy.
Yes.
And how does chiropractic enhance that experience for a woman? I mean, first of all, they have to conceive. Let's actually talk about that for a minute. In order for them to conceive, the uterus has to be at the correct temperature.
Exactly.
What controls temperature in the body? It's the blood supply, is it not?
Exactly.
Does the blood supply to the uterus come from the lower spine? Is the blood supply controlled by nerves from the hypogastric plexus?
Exactly.
That's correct.
Exactly.
Is it also true that that same blood supply will then, at a later stage, supply nourishment to the placenta?
By all means.
Now, is it feasible, is it possible that if that blood supply is limited or impaired, that the fetus will only survive a limited period of time, say 2 or 3 months,
Sure.
and then it's possible for the mother to abort because a problem in his spine interfered with the nerves that open the arteries that supply food to that baby.
Very true.
But that is correct. That's what I was told.
Very true.
All
Now,
right, so, tell us
usually,
more.
well, to begin with, you have to be healthy to conceive, and like you rightly said, your body has to be able to support that process in that duration that you're going to be pregnant for. Now, It's a very natural process, and unless your natural state is at its optimum, you can't really have a good pregnancy or have a healthy baby for that matter.